What's up, guys? Hey, just wanted to show you a quick video on what's inside one of these rock speakers. You may have seen them out at a friend's house, or maybe even you have them, or next to a pool or whatnot. They kind of look like a rock, but they do house a speaker. Let's see what's inside. So this one was given to me by a friend. I was over at their house recently and I noticed a little bit of popping sound, and it sounded like the suspension was loose, or the rubber surround might need to be replaced. So I said, hey, let me take that home and see if I can't fix it for you. So I popped the lid, and this is what was inside. Just kidding. No, I popped the lid and removed the guts, but I just wanted to show you what's inside this enclosure. It's as you can see, it's made of fiberglass, and it's got some very, very small standoffs to support what I believe to be maybe an 8-inch driver. So let's take a look at the guts and see why this thing was making a popping sound. So this is what the lid looks like. This is on the bottom of the unit. Your speaker inputs are right there, and when you take the lid off, you'll see that underneath the lid is a pretty small crossover. And if you notice, there's two sets of inputs, and basically there's two speaker leads that go to a single 8-inch woofer. It's a dual voice coil woofer. And then there's also two sets of outputs here, which go to a dual tweeter setup. They look like 3/4 inch metal dome tweeters of some sort. Probably very inexpensive. But if the woofer box is facing that wall, this would slide on to those small posts, those studs that I showed you a minute ago, and then the woofer unit would mount right behind it. So kind of a three-way device, if you will. There's 3 drivers, but technically a 2-way. So let's go check out the woofer. So at first glance you may say, well, what's the problem? It looks a little dirty. Well, let's check it out. Upon further inspection, you will see that, if I can hold it at the right angle, see how warped that basket is? That is a plastic basket. So all this area here is just so warped and distorted. And even though, if you look closely, even though this is rubber surround, it is just deteriorated from the flexing of the basket, and not to mention the Texas heat that we have down here. So you can also see, if you look closely, so you can get an angle over the top, the surround is just deteriorated all through here. Cracked. I mean, this thing is just shot. So let's flip it over. To add insult to injury, it's a dual voice coil like I was telling you. These little guys broke off. They're already broken. Sometimes they get brittle, and as you're trying to pull the wire off, they'll break. But no, these were already broken from the vibration and the heat. And you can see this one. See it? It's just kind of just laying there. This is kind of semi-sturdy. But the best part, let me see if I can get a good angle here. Let me pause this while I support the speaker. One moment. Alright, I just propped the screwdriver underneath it so I can use my other hand with a flashlight. But the best part is, let's see if we can get the shot. Let's see if we can get the shot. You see what I see down there? And this speaker still plays, but it does make popping sounds when you turn up the volume. I'm surprised this thing even plays at all and doesn't sound like complete garbage. Well, it kind of did. But nonetheless, that spider is shot. Very, very brittle. I mean, completely just trash. Let me see if I can, hang on, guys. There's a better shot. I mean, this thing is just, like, it's just falling, just touching it. It's just falling apart. It is done for, my friends. Done. So I'm not sure who manufactures this speaker. There's 0 labels inside here. There's no markings on the bottom of the magnet. It's this thing is just shot, or else I wouldn't be throwing it around like this. But yeah, I can't see any markings or anything. There's no markings or writing or anything inside or outside of the box. So To my knowledge, this box has probably been around for, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 6 years, maybe even 8 years, so I'm surprised it's lasted that long. But if you're looking at any of these rock speakers for your outdoor pool use or whatever, or just trying to get some sound out back, I would suggest that you look for a speaker that has a cast basket right here. This is plastic. This is not going to last. It's not going to hold up. Once this goes, then everything starts flexing. Even if you have rubber surround, that's going to go. And then, of course, you saw the damage inside on the basket there, or excuse me, on the spider. So there you go. I just a quick teardown video of, hey, you know, why is the speaker not working? Well, there you go. So until next time, take care.